Please welcome Mr. An Yong-il, the director of Tipstown and the Global Startup Director. Please welcome with all your hands.
So thank you again for inviting me onto the stage. So the question directly, what makes Sweden great? Yeah, as a representative from Embassy of Sweden.
Is that
yeah.
for me?
Yeah.
I think what makes Sweden great is the pragmatic aspect of how we work. I think that as a country we are well aware that we do not have the resources, the capital, or access to the broad level of talent or the volume that many other countries do. So I think we're very, very good at doing a lot with a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And almost the same question goes to Mr. Park. Yeah, Professor Park Seung-jin. What makes Korea great and what makes post-tech great?
Okay. It's kind of the spirit. So we had the mentor day for the student. So I can see about 150 to 200 students, and I asked them to close your eyes, then to just imagine the 1953, just after the Korean War. So what we can do, the same ages, so nothing in Korea. But surprisingly, at that time, the founder of Hyundai, founder of the Samsung, founder of the POSCO appeared to raise the Korean economies. So open your eyes. Now Korea is kind of the 10th largest economies in the world. So you can do anything. So you can imagine what you can do, and the POSCO support you. POSCO becomes today's POSCO. We get a lot of the support from the Korean society and government. So we can repay the capability to young entrepreneurs. So that is kind of the what makes the POSCO the great. Support from the Korean society and government. So we can repay the capability to young entrepreneurs. So that is kind of the what makes the POSCO the great.
Thank you. So for this session is called Sweden-Korea Startup Ecosystem Policy and Future. So as we are in a position of like something making like a policymakers, so what kind of policies do you want to propose or suggest for mutual collaboration and for mutual promotions between the Sweden and South Korea, if you could propose?
If I start, I know the Swedish government is now, initiating a number of activities to try to. I mentioned, the diversity of support systems that are available in Sweden. Those are, some people call them fragmented. I wouldn't necessarily call them that. I'd call them complex, but covering a large area. The problem is navigating through that. And the government is now doing a lot of initiatives and policy to try to smoothen out that way of travel, so that things don't fall between the gaps. I think there needs to be foresight in that policy also, because there are new, as well as we've seen with the digital revolution earlier, white spots open up on the horizon much quicker now and much closer to us than our. Climate tech is a huge market now that it wasn't 10 years ago. AI, all of these things. So I think there needs to be foresight and continuity in the policy development, just flexibility for it, so that we can consistently adapt our policies to be up to date with the times because of the rapid changes of market conditions.
Yeah, thank you. And the question goes to Professor Park. Yeah. As a man who had worked for various institutional organizations and POSCO and post-tech as well, you have seen a lot of startups supporting policies in South Korea. So as of today, we have a lot of problems we are facing now. So what do you want to propose if you can get a chance?
I'm not the real proposal, but I explained what we can do in the Poland city, because we have the post-tech and POSCO and the university and the company as well. And the POSCO founded the post-tech 40 years ago. So the founder of the Postec, Mr. Taejong Park, designed this campus. 50% of this campus belongs to the Postec, the university. Another 50% of this campus belongs to the PostCo Research Center. So this campus, automatically, we can do the collaboration between the company and university. So in the side of the Postec, we have the goal. We should make the alumni company bigger than PostCo. That is the criteria of the successful engineering education in Postec. And the other side is the side of the PostCo. If PostCo successfully developed the subsidiary company based on the research results from the Postec, the PostCo becomes the platform for any kind of the new business. Then that means the PostCo extended that kind of the model not only the Postec but also the Seoul National University and KAIST and the university in Sweden as well. So that is the goal. So that is the motto. So today's the research, tomorrow's business. You can see that the motto is wall of this building. The color of the research is the color of Postec. The color of the business is the color of the PostCo. So that is the good circulation. So we can intend. Then this kind of the model will be the key role model in Korean the startup ecosystem to extend to the other universities and other companies as well.
Thank you. And this could be a little bit of more topic-focused question. As a leader in science diplomacy, how can Sweden and Korea collaborate to accelerate sustainable innovation and to tackle climate challenges?
I think Sweden and Korea are quite uniquely positioned towards each other as we're both kind of middle powers. What we're seeing today in terms of what's driving a lot of technological protectionism, securitization of research, and trade barriers, etc. This is this giant tug of war between the U.S. and China. And Sweden and Korea, we're kind of circulating around that tug of war. We have our dependencies on China and on the U.S. and so do Korea in different ways. But I think that we can find opportunities to collaborate with each other despite of that tug of war, and also without risking to topple that tug of war in one way or the other. So positioning ourselves in that really opens up, I think, for Sweden and Korea to identify where do we have mutually beneficial assets, needs, and development opportunities, where we both need to find ways to not be caught up in that tug of war, but find ways to work around it. So I think that would be my answer.
South Korea, as mentioned, properly, we are suffering from exports to China. And U.S. economy, we are very worried about. In the middle of that sandwich situation. So how can we struggle to find a way out as with the support of a startup technology ecosystem? How can we do that? Please, Professor Park.
I think Korea also is a small country, and the domestic market is not enough. But we have a very high rate of the R&D expenditures compared with the GDP. So it's one of the reasons the research is future business. But Korean market is small, so we should move to globally. Then the PostCo has one of the subsidiary companies, which is called the PostCo International. It's a trading company. So that company has more than 160 branches in 80 different countries. So that company support the PostCo, the startup ecosystem, to business in the abroad. So that is one example. And the other one is for the climate tech. The era of the open innovation, the PostCo cannot develop all the innovative technology by ourselves. So we created the 25 venture fund as a LP. Then we invest more than the 1,500 companies. Then we established some the sensing channel. So we have the database all around the world is crime technologies which invested by the POSCO fund. And another one is we have another database for the professors' research in post-tech. So we have the database and we introduce that database to the research for the future of the 3 to 5 years. That you can see that the technology from the startups. And if you want the technology more than 5 years, then you can see that the professor's research. So we developed that kind of system. Then also we have another database for what POSCO need the crime tech. So we have the list up and spread out that list to the VC and the professors. And the back and forth the dual direction the policy. Then we have the big sensing channel. Then also have the startups move to global as well. That's what I can say.
And for me personally, I have studied in post-tech as well, roughly around 20 years ago. And whenever I was walking by the POSCO, there was a sentence which is attached to the entrance of the POSCO. Resource is limited, but creativity is unlimited. So that has become my mantra in my whole life. Yeah, resource is limited, but creativity is unlimited. So let's get to the solidarity to go for the better future. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.